Hi there, this is Lori and welcome to my channel. It's been a long while since I've been on. Not that I haven't wanted to come on, but it just seems like I never have the right moment. But if I continue to wait for the right moment, I don't think I'll ever get anything on. There's something that I have been wanting to do for a really long time, and that is to film or record my tarot collection and my oracles and a few other things miscellaneous wise that I have. And I kind of get started, but I never post it and I never get it off the ground. And I just really need to just do it. And I love watching other people's collections. It's just something I really enjoy, something that I love to see what people have, how they use them. And I thought I would do one myself. I started this journey, I want to say it was in 2017. It was before the pandemic. I've always been drawn to divination, but I've never, I never had a deck of cards. It wasn't something that I grew up around. It wasn't seen in a positive light. So when I first started, I really felt like I was going against the grain, and it was a bit of a big change for me. And now that I'm in it, I'm so glad I am. I have several decks now. I feel like I have a huge collection, and it's kind of fun to do these because I kind of need to see what I have, things that maybe I've outgrown, things that maybe I'm not using, or I need to have a better organization system. That's a reason why I think I'm doing this. And we'll just go from there. I appreciate you if you've stopped by and taken the time to see what it is I'm rambling about. I think I have like 11 subscribers now, and I'm so excited about that. I mean, even just having one to me is wonderful. I just appreciate anybody who takes the time in their busy day to come to my little corner of YouTube here and see what the heck I'm talking about. It really is wonderful, and I appreciate it so much. So to all of you who are here with me, thank you, and thanks for listening to me ramble, and it's just wonderful. So I'll try not to talk too much and ramble and keep to the point. I do have a tendency to get off tangents and all that, and I'm really trying to like just stick to the point these days. So we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, here we have Christmas Pixie's Whisper Tarot. This is by Divination Apothecary. I purchased my deck, it's been a few years, and I tend to use this one around this time of the year. It's mid-November right now, and I love the backs of these, which is one of the reasons why I really liked this deck, but it's so much fun. So it is Pamela Coleman Smith's art reimagined with winter holiday icons, gingerbread, lights, snowflakes, red, green, and white colors. And it is so much fun to use. The cardstock of this is just a dream. I can't describe it any other way. I love this hermit card with the dark night and the sleigh in the background and the full moon, and it just brings like the vibes for me. So this is a really fun one. There is a non-Christmas version of the Pixie's Whisper. I don't have that one. I have seen it. It would be fun to maybe have a copy of that someday, but I'm really happy with this one. And it's just really fun. So yeah, that is Pixie's Whisper Tarot, the Christmas edition. Okay, here we have the Vacant House Tarot. I bought my copy on Tavada, the Tavada website. I have a few decks from there. This is the box that mine came in. It's like a hard box. There's a few different editions of this deck. And I think what really drew me to it, oh, and I want to show, it has like the gilding, a real pretty blue gilding. I think what I liked about this is that for me it kind of has like this Victorian creepy doll vibe, and I think I was like kind of, well, I still like kind of that creepy stuffy old house, teacup, doily, pink roses, that whole thing. You know, I'm such a magnet for that. I tend to like a lot of weird, random, eclectic stuff anyway, but I think that's initially what drew me to this deck. And I've been trying to actually work with it recently, and I think I just need to spend, I don't know, I'm having a hard time connecting with it. The association on the card and the traditional meaning, sometimes I'm having a hard time making that connection. There is a mini version that I would like to get. And I think the colors are different on that one. And then here's the guidebook it comes with. It's kind of helpful for me. It has keywords and then meanings, and then I even looked this up in translation, but I didn't really benefit much from the translated version. So sometimes guidebooks are really great and I utilize them, and other times I kind of just don't. If I don't really feel like it's lending me a lot of information, I'll, you know, sometimes I'll use it like just to get like what they're take on it is, but if not, sometimes I just don't use them. So that is the Vacant House Tarot, and there's the backs. Here we have the Yellow House Tarot by Heidi Nickerson. This is brand new for me. I recently just got it in the mail. In fact, I think about a week. Opened it. I ordered it from Heidi's Etsy shop, and she was so lovely. And I'm rambling. I really am. I probably should just re-record because this is going to be super long, but I mean, I guess I just need to give things their due because, you know, everything's more authentic that way. But Heidi wrapped it so beautiful, and it came with this little sticker, and then she wrote like this lovely handwritten note, and then this is like, oh my gosh, a little framed art here, and it was wrapped in this tissue, and I'm gonna really treasure it. And I mean, it's stuff like that that just, it just really just, I love it. I love it. There's like no words. And so I haven't, just, you know, full disclaimer, this is brand new for me. I did do a look through, but I haven't worked with the deck yet. She had it in this ribbon, and I kept the ribbon because I just tend to be kind of a sentimental type of gal, and I tend to hold on to things. I'm just gonna admit it. Comes with a little book here, and this is so sweet. So, and it's still in order, I think. So we'll just kind of go through it. My thoughts on this, when I went through the deck, I felt like I was meeting a new friend. I think I even wrote that in my review. It's got a very gentle energy to it. There are some really nice flip throughs of this deck on Instagram. That's how I found out about this deck, actually. I follow Shanna D. I love her Instagram. And she did a really lovely flip through. And I was hooked. It was like instant add to my wish list. Teacups and gardens and tea parties. It was like moth to a flame for me. Really, really beautiful cardstock. You know, I dreamed to shuffle. Great quality. So this is brand new for me. And you can find it on Heidi's Etsy shop. It is the Yellow House Tarot, and I'm really looking forward to using it. Next we have the Silver Acorn Tarot. Oh, I love this one. This is another one I found on somebody's channel. Watched a couple of flip throughs. I always worry I'm saying the name wrong. Buscema. Please, apologies if I'm not. Lovely box with a magnetic Stephanie Buscema and written by Madame Pamita. When I do have a flip through of this, the writing is kind of small in the guidebook, but you know, that's okay because it's basically like a Rider-Waite-Smith based deck. Most of my decks are. And so, I mean, I'm gonna be formulating my own meanings and associations with my cards anyway. But I mean, I do like to reference the guidebooks, as I mentioned with my vacant house showing. But this is such a lovely deck. Again, gosh, so many of these decks just have amazing, amazing card stock. I love the art. I love the color palette. I was using this one for October. I would have loved to use this a lot more than I did. For me, it gives me Over the Garden Wall vibes, if anyone is a fan of that series. I love this card. Again, the whole Victorian, the home, her attire, the teacups. But yes, it gives me the fall over the garden wall. Vibe. So if you're a fan of, you know, jack-o'-lantern beings and fruit and veggie beings, cats, this sort of thing might appeal to you. I'm very much a big kid. I think I shall always be. So this is the Silver Acorn Tarot. Here we have Walking Meditation Tarot by Dani'el Norman. I am a fan of Dani'el Norman's decks. I bought this one. This one it's still new to me. I have seen it on channels, and there's two little books in here. But she had a Kickstarter. Here's the backs. So pretty. I want to say this last year, and it was a winter deck, and I backed that. And when I need to get in the habit of going through the cards while I'm talking so that I can show just how beautiful they are. But I was mentioning that I backed her winter tarot deck on Kickstarter, and there were add-ons that were available of some of her other decks, and I had seen this one, and long story short, I added this meditation deck to the Kickstarter, and I'm so glad I have. It's absolutely lovely. All of her decks are beautiful. There's another one that I purchased as well. She has a mermaid deck I'd love to get someday. I haven't had a chance to work with this one as much as I wanted to, but I have it nearby my area of decks I'm working with now, and I'd really like to work with this one. Like this one, see, I still have it in order and everything. But I just wanted to mention the books that come with. I had been peeking. One of them, like this one, has the meanings and messages of the cards. And then this one has hikes and meditations that you can do, which I find really lovely. And I think it would be great for me to do that. So yes, this is the Walking Meditation deck. Here we have the Solara Occulto, Meliosa. This one is by Crimson Asteria. I'm like drawing a blank here. This is so much fun. This was another Kickstarter backing for me. She had this on Kickstarter a couple years ago. Let's see, does it say 2023 edition? I know there is an edition before this one, and it was on my wish list. But when she came out with this one, I was like, oh my gosh, you know, I was jumping on that. But this is a beautiful deck. There are tons of flip throughs of this one. I really like Crimson Asteria's art. The first deck I saw of hers was the red one, the Crimson Asteria Tarot. And I had it on my wish list, and you know, it took me a bit of time, but I was finally able to purchase that one last year. And I am so happy that I have been able to add it to my tarot deck collection. I have not worked with it though as much. So for this one, the way I use the cards, and then the way this deck was set up, like here's the companion book. There are these cards, but I haven't really put these in my tarot readings. When I'm reading with the tarot cards, I tend to use these separately, because for me they feel more like an oracle. And it has like this special card that came. So yeah, And that's kind of how I keep them separate. I would like to work with this one a lot more than I have. That's the side of it. And it's a nice time of year, since the darker half is when I tend to go deeper into my thoughts. So that is the Solara, Occulto, Meliosa Tarot. Cozy Witch Tarot, Amanda Lovelace and Janaina Medeiros. Popular deck on lots of channels. I was so excited when this deck first came out. Cozy, you know, fall vibes. And then I received it, and I don't know. I didn't initially have a strong pull towards it. And I don't exactly know why. I don't know if I just didn't feel like I could vibe or bond with the images in the deck, or I might have just been like at a different phase when I first received this deck. So I didn't really use it quite as much. Hi, Willow. It's my cat. Willow wanted to say hi. I guess I shouldn't. She wants to lend her energy, right? My little furry familiar. Sorry, getting off on a tangent. Anyway, the main thing is, I had a hard time kind of connecting with this deck. And I won't say like, you know, I'm an old person, you know, because I feel very young. But, you know, once upon a time I was single and, you know, just trying to fulfill my dreams. And now I'm in a totally different sphere. I'm, you know, raising a family and kind of have a different outlook on things. And so this one initially I couldn't connect with it, but I didn't want to get rid of it. And so I took it out again just this season, you know, the beginning of the changing of the season. And it kind of felt a little more in tune. And so I'm really glad I didn't pass it along just yet. And I just need to keep on working with it. What's lovely about this deck is that it has a saying here. And that I really like that. I love the colors. I love the art. There is a card in here that I don't like. I'm going to try to find it. And it just kind of, the meaning in the deck is way different than how I associated the card with. And let me find it. Here, let me find it, just because, since I'm talking about the deck. It was this one. The Seven of Wands. When I first saw it, I thought, gosh, why are they all like pointing at her? And it, you know, she's got like this really sad look on her face. I kind of just felt like they were a bunch of bullies. And then I read the meaning in the guidebook, and it had said, you know, sometimes witches are going to do things that aren't favorable, is kind of what I got from it. And you need to be accountable for your mistakes, and you need to own up to things and learn from them, I think is what the take is on that. But I think I'm just not a fan. Maybe because I've been bullied, you know, so it just kind of felt like, wow, everybody's kind of ganging up, and it just, and they're pointing fingers. So I didn't really care much for that card. And I know the meaning is be accountable, but the way I see it, I just feel like it feels like somebody who's being bullied and is having a hard time for it. And then it looks like there's no support system. And I feel like your fellow like witchy counterparts are supposed to be your support system, maybe in a way where they're not pointing their finger at you and kind of ganging up. And I guess you can see this like as a positive intervention, but I don't know. In my book, I feel like it could be handled a different way. I really appreciate this card. It says a lot about possibly when this book and deck were released time-wise. This mommy, she's got a mask on, you know, the whole COVID thing. So it kind of like changed our life forever. And she's still, you know, wearing a mask, and she's protecting her baby, and she's breastfeeding. But remember that when we were all wearing masks, and it was just a crazy time. But you know, she still found beauty, so I really appreciate that card. So anyway, yeah, the Cozy Witch Tarot. Okay, I can't remember which deck I have in here. This is one of the Moonlit Fae bags. She just has like the most adorable bags. And like you can reverse it. I'm not like sponsoring or anything. Oh, you know, a blurb. I guess I'm not sponsoring any of these decks. They're all purchased by myself. Every single deck. I don't have any, you know, paid. None of that. I'm like not even on that level. So just a little blurb. Yay, this is my, oh, sorry about that. This is another Dani'el Norman deck. I love this deck, and I wanted to work with it a lot more. It's called Odin's Playbook. And and this is another one that I got with her when there was the Kickstarter that she had, the winter. And I really have been wanting to work with this one. I had it in the box, but I recently took it out. Again, a really lovely cardstock. I have this one in order, which is kind of nice. Does this one have gilding? this really beautiful, I don't know, to me it's like a navy color. Oh, I like that card. It's beautiful. I also wanted this deck because the Rune Association. And I just eventually would like to be a little more stronger in my knowledge of runes. The suits are different names, but I still can associate them with the traditional suits. It's beautiful. So this is Odin's Playbook. This one is also by Dani'el Norman. This is the cute Chibi tarot. I found this one. Joanne's Fabric of all places. Oh, Joanne's. I was a frequent shopper there. Rest in peace, Joanne's Fabrics. But for a while there, you could find card decks there. And I'd go and browse. It was like the best of both worlds. And I really was drawn to this one. It's so cute. Anything cute. I have a lot of cute decks. I'm just gonna say it. Cute is my thing. Teacups, Victorian, creepy dolls. I guess I'm a very eclectic person. You know, I'm now just looking at these first few decks that we're going through. I'm like seeing a pattern here. But this one is really fun. It's sweet. These are like Pocky sticks for wands. Some of it's in order, and I think some of it is out of order. I don't know. I've been kind of just playing with this one the past few days, and I hadn't really worked with this one, and I think that's why I have all these decks in my little space right now, because these are all decks that I kind of want to work with that I haven't. And that's why they're out. It's, you know, not that I just like have a bunch of decks and I'm not using, but I mean, some of them I'm not. And it's not because I don't want to, it's just I haven't had the chance. But I love the art. I love the imagery. And I mean, that's okay for me, you know, and the fact that I am taking them out and wanting to use them, I'm happy about that. So this is a really fun one. The Cute Chibi Tarot. And I think you could probably find this one. It's a mass market. But yeah, I found this copy at Joann's Fabrics when it was around. It's really sweet. All right, I'm so excited about this one. This one is brand spanking new for me. I haven't even opened it. Got it in the mail this week. So this is the Bond Sequitur. I saw this one on a channel and immediately I don't know. I just felt the pull. Sometimes I just see a deck and bam, it's like a perfect pairing. And I think I just loved the art. Even the box. Maybe this just says something about me as a person. Bright colors, flowers, loud. And I'm not even going to try to deny it. But I went and I found this artist's website. And see, I haven't even opened it. And I'm sharing this with you guys now. But it took me a while. I think I felt like it was a while. I had it on my wish list for a while. But I really loved the images. Like I said, the colors. It's a small square deck. I think it's just absolutely beautiful. Zephyr and Pfotenhauer, please, I hope I'm saying that properly or at least somewhat. And they're numbered. I have 327 out of 333. So if this is something, that you bond with just as much as I do, or are drawn to her art, she has a newsletter and a website, which I really enjoyed exploring. You could go there and it looks like she has a few more decks available. But again, it was just one of those things where I was like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. I have not worked with it, but I cannot wait. Okay, and I love that. It's a lovely cardstock. This is giving me Anne of Green Gables vibes. Yeah, so this is brand new for me. The Bond Sequitur. And I am just so happy that I was able to finally purchase this deck. So I have showed 10 decks today, and I think that's all I have time for. So 10 decks so far of tarot that I possess. And I think these are all decks that I've been wanting to work a little more with. So they're in my immediate space here, and I just kind of grabbed what I had nearby to go ahead and get started. I have many more to show. So now that I've got started, I'm going to have to keep up with this, right? But it's been fun. Yeah. So if you're still here, thanks for sticking this out with me. I don't really know how long this is going to be, but you know, this part one, I guess I'll call it, of my tarot collection. But this has been really fun. I can't wait to do more, and I'll try to be pretty consistent with it. And again, I can't say enough, you know, you stopping by and taking the time to visit my little channel and hear me ramble. So until next time, you take care and be healthy, and just, you know, keep on trucking is what I always say. And thanks again. So until then, you take care. Bye.